Hello there people, this is Christian. Welcome back to my computer and Fusion for 60. And this what I like to call sine waves on a cylinder. They are, yeah, you can see the sine wave on top here, or close to sine wave running around a circle. And when it goes bumps and peaks and valleys and back and forth, this is an earlier workflow. That's why I get a lot of these phases. I have changed the workflow slightly to what I'm going to show you. Gives you decently good surface orientation of the front here with not too much broken curvature. So it can be used to be shelled and stuff like that, or you do a massive thing and just, yeah, whatever you want to do. I have 3D printed this in base mode just for the fun of it to see if it works. And of course, this is from an early video, my sound foam and wire mesh I made earlier. And I think I used coils here. Somewhere there are coils, or yes, there's a coil. I will now use surface sweeps instead. We have updated some of the features inside Fusion, so we can use surface sweeps with twist angle. So let's jump over to our empty design. I'm going to need some parameters. First parameter, add user parameter, is going to be a diameter. This is the diameter, let's do it 120. This is the diameter that is the center of the wave. I'm going to do okay, go back to a model, show you here. Go back from the top. Well, look here, the diameter I'm creating is like the center. If you think of this curve that goes in and out, the diameter runs through the center of this wave. That one, we're going to need some more parameters. I'm going to need number of waves, of course. How many waves do I want? This is going to be no unit, important. We don't want any units. Let's do 22 waves. And I need the wave depth. I need somehow to tell Fusion how, or my design, how deep I want the distance between peak to valley. Do it 4 millimeters for now. The last thing I need to calculate the wavelength, or basically the length of one wave along the circumference of a circle. So we can do that. Let's call it wave length, like that. And that's of course going to be a circumference of a circle, which is our diameter multiplied by pi and divided by the number of waves. That gives us the length of one wave. So okay, so I think we have all the parameters we need. Yeah, let's go designing. I have all this saved. I will not create a component. If you can do what you want to do that, create a sketch from the top. Start by hitting C on the keyboard for a circle, and it's going to of course be the diameter dimension. Pull it to the side. I need a tangent plane down here to the circle, so to help myself, I'm going to do a line from the center of the circle straight down and do finish sketch. Open up a browser and have a look. We have a fully defined sketch. Going to make an offset plane. Do it from the front plane, distance to object out to here. Hit OK, create a sketch on our new little plane here. I'm going to do a line. This is going to help us create the depth of waves. Of course, we're going to use the depth parameter. We're going to do a midpoint constraint between the line and the origin point we have here. And we're going to hit finish sketch. And now we're going to jump over to our surface tools. We are going to do a sweep. Where are you? There's my sweep. The profile is going to be this little line here, and the path is going to be our circle. So this is a quite boring cylinder. Let's start creating a twist. We need a twist angle. It's going to be 360 degrees, one full wave, multiplied by number of waves. And we hit OK. And we have now created our little bumps and valleys. And by doing a line straight through, like I have a midpoint constraint, I have both here. Both the outer one and the inner one at the same time. So we are now going to hide our first sketch. This makes it a bit easier. We can hide our second sketch too, and then create a new sketch. Create a sketch on this plane here, the top plane. And we do P for project, and I need to select. Be careful here. I need to select here. You can see it only selects 1/4 here. Sometimes this fails with the sweep thing, so yeah, I can't guarantee this will work with all dimensions, but play around. Select this one and this one, hit OK, and just to check things, hide the body, and we can see we have one complete like sine wavy thing go around here. It's going to finish sketch, and we can do the offset plane immediately. Offset plane Make sure I hold on the mouse button. I want it. No. I want the XY plane, just to know what I'm referencing from. The distance is going to be half of a wavelength. So I'm going to do the wavelength divided by 2. We're going to create all the waves around the circumference of the cylinder, but only half of the wave in the, what do you call it, length direction along the axis of a cylinder. So we created offset plane. Going to create a sketch on the offset plane. I'm going to turn on the surface body again. Hit P for project. And just, I'm going to zoom in a bit and I'm going to hide the body and have a look. So I earlier choose the outside here. So if I turn on the body, I need to choose the inside and the corresponding here. Hit OK, hide the body. Have a look. Do we have is correct? Yeah, we have 2 constant curves running around a cylinder. I'm going to finish sketch. And now I'm going to do this using a loft. I could loft now, but I would not get any nice curvatures of the faces of the thing I'm creating, of the body. So I'm going to start by extruding. And extrude this line. Just going to do something like 10 millimeters upwards. I'm going to extrude the bottom. Of course, -10. Hit OK like that, or enter on the keyboard. Now, very important, hide the sketches, because I want to select the edges here. So we're going to create a loft, and to make my selection a bit easier, I'm going to activate chain selection and select the edges of this surface body and the edges of this surface body. So like that, we have made a loft, but of course it goes very sharp here. So we're going to change this from connected to tangent, connected to tangent. But doing that, we are starting to get the curvature we're looking for. So I'm going to hit OK. So now we have a bunch of surface bodies here where we only read one of them. So I'm going to hold down Control, select the 3 unwanted surface bodies, right click and do a remove. And like that, we have only this here. I will now, as I said, we only created half of it, so we need to mirror it. But before I mirror, you can do it in slightly different order of operations, but I'm gonna use patch and close off the top, hit OK, stitch together these 2 surfaces like that, and now I can make a mirror. I'm gonna use S on the keyboard and find my mirror command, mirror, and of course I'm going to do bodies. I select this body. I made the patch on the top. It means I can use the origin plane down here to make the full body. And I tell Fusion to do operation join, which can be a bit confusing. The surface body, that is of course stitch, because that is the join feature when you're doing surfaces. Hit OK. And we're going to go from a surface body to a solid body. So now we have like one complete wave. You can see here we have we call it a valley, peak, valley, or rather on peak, valley, peak. And let's say we want to make a pattern. We need more of these. If you can do that, of course, S. I'm going to do patterns. I only placed it here in my design shortcuts, hitting S and have it here. Going to do bodies, and the axis, of course, going to be straight up, but there's a Z axis. Switch, make sure distribution is spacing, and the distance is our wavelength. Like that. And we should be, let's see, 1, 2, 3. We have 3 on top. That's good. Let's hit OK and have a look what it looks like. We are close. We have now 3 solid bodies. Jumped over to the solid. Going to do combine. Of course, you can do 4 bodies. Select the bodies. Fusion needs to do some thinking. Gonna hit OK. And we have only the body. I'm going to hide the edges for now. So this is the basic. I will not do a shell now. For fun now, let's see if we can break this model. This might crash. You can do a shell from the top here. I can't guarantee the shell will always work. There can be some problem with some surfaces. Surfaces are sensitive. But we can, let's see, we can change our parameters. We want to have a bit of a smaller diameter. Can Fusion update? Can Fusion think? Yes, it works. So we have to remember here that the height of a cylinder is driven by the wavelength. So if we do more waves, it gets lower. We go fewer waves. Like if we go from 22 to like 16, it should become a bit higher. Yes, you can see because each wave wavelength is longer. We can even go down to 10. like that. We can make it a bit detailed. Can we do it 8? Will Fusion crash when I do this? No, it works. So you can play around with things here. Let's see if we can do a shell. This can sometimes crash. Let's do it. No, only the top face and 2 millimeters thick. Fusion is thinking. And yeah, okay, thank you, come on. And it has to do the calculation once more when you click OK, of course. And by that, we have made like a sine wave vase. So you can enjoy 3D printing or manufacturing in some fashion. So this is how I do something sine waving looking on a cylinder. You can see not really sine waves along the diagonal, but this is good as the best workflow I can come up with right now. I might play around with a bit more of this and do it slightly differently the next time I do it. So, but I hope this is useful for some of you. With that said, take care, see you around, and goodbye.